Welcome to a panel discussion about the future of energy. On my right is Alan Martin from Alphr.
Hello.
And on my left is Adam Shepherd from IT Pro. And we're going to be talking about the future of energy, batteries, solar power, wind power, anything that powers something.
All the good stuff.
If we do kind of go towards this decentralized model where people are generating and storing power in their own homes, does that bring a different set of security problems?
Absolutely. The problem with putting parts of any infrastructure in the hands of the public is that you have to rely on the public to a certain degree to maintain it, which is going to be a problem when it's an issue of cybersecurity. The public at large are notorious for putting off and ignoring security updates and maintenance until something actively breaks or goes wrong, which is going to be a huge problem if that is energy infrastructure, because by the point that something does go wrong or the infrastructure gets breached or attacked in some way, that's too late to be doing anything about it realistically. Now, the idea of building a new infrastructure does have inherent benefits for security, because if you're building something from the ground up, you can architect it in such a way that it is easier to update, more secure by design. Whether that's something that's an entirely new centralized infrastructure like the battery-based mass installations that we were talking about earlier, or something that's in the hands of citizens to a large extent, is something that we can look at further down the road. But I think a new infrastructure does open up a lot of possibilities for making energy more secure.
Okay, maybe one more thing then. So we've talked about some maybe quite depressing ideas about the power of future or the limitations. Might just be nice to end on quite an optimistic tone. Is there something that you're particularly excited about in terms of the future of energy?
So the flip side on what I opened with, which is the fact that that 7.5 billion people, all with increasing energy demands, is we actually have to think of fairly radical solutions to it. And that means that our inherent sort of like clinging on to the past and fossil fuels and so on is just not sustainable. So we are looking at renewables. We have to look at renewables, and sometimes that little push is what's needed to make us do the right thing.
I think one of the most exciting things is electric vehicles and the potential that has in tandem with autonomous vehicles to completely revolutionize the way we think about energy in relation to transport. So there's transport and cars, and that whole network is one of the biggest consumers of energy and one of the biggest consumers of fossil fuels in particular, as you were saying, Alan. And I think the prospect of twinning those two concepts together could make a really, really big impact on the energy landscape, and particularly the damage that we're doing to the energy landscape.
Okay. Well, Adam Shepherd, Alan Martin, thank you very much. I've been Thomas McMullen, and this has been a panel about the future of energy.